and welcome to Back and Biceps of the Lifted Stronger program. So excited you're here. All right, today is all about, you guessed it, our upper pull muscles. So we are going to need a pair of, let's say, medium to heavy dumbbells, and then a pair that is slightly lighter. So today I have a pair of 15s and 10s. But please listen to your body. And if you've already done the Lifted Foundations program, you're probably way beyond these weights. Please note that I use lighter weights when filming because I generally film multiple workouts in a day. And quite frankly, I don't want to max out on camera every single set. So please use the weights that speak to you. If I were doing this workout on my own, I would probably be using upwards of 30, 35 pounds for back exercises, probably a little bit more for those lat pulls that we're going to be doing. And then for biceps, anywhere between, I'd say 12 and a half to 15, maybe a little bit more depending on the movement. Okay, that's what you're going to need for today. Workout is fairly simple. We're going to go through 6 exercises 3 times over, and then we have a really quick 2-minute finisher. Let's get started with our warm up. You can find yourself on your mat or wherever your workspace is. We're just going to start with some arm swings just to start to warm up the back. So as your arms come back, I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together, really open that up. It doesn't have to be a ton of momentum and power behind it. We're just working those joints and muscles just to get them all warmed up here. Good. We're going to go into some arm circles. So I know we are doing, where's those arm circles going? They were going in weird ways there. We are doing back and biceps, but we still have to warm up our shoulder girdle opposite way if my body will allow me to. There we go. Oh my goodness, this is a wonky start, but we're gonna roll with it. We are gonna roll with it. Good, amazing, amazing. We are actually gonna go into a hinged position here. So push your bum out. Hands are going to face each other, and then we're going to open up wide to a T, and then open up forward to a Y, okay? So we're just going T, good, and Y. So arms are coming up on that angle. We're squeezing our shoulder blades. Excellent. Every time our arms come up. Just our warm up here. Take your time with it. Really doesn't have to be that serious. Good. Let's do 4 more. Awesome. I can already feel my back muscles. They are ready to go. Good. Last one right here. Good. Standing up nice and tall. We're going to take the back of our hands together, and then we're going to just hollow out the chest, round out the back, and then open it up, giving ourselves a little rotation as we do so. So back of hands together, rounding the back, giving in the chest a little bit, and then opening it up, palms face forward. 2 more. Good. Last one. Amazing. Find yourself down on your mat. We're going to go into a plank position, and we're going to go into body weight renegade rows. So find a really nice high plank position. Hands are pretty much under your shoulders, maybe a little bit more forward. We're going to push away from the floor, pull up on our kneecaps, squeeze our bum, engage our core. And then little by little here, we're going to lift one hand and then the other. We're going to try to not move our hips too much from side to side. If you feel like they're moving more, open the feet up for a wider base. Good. 4, squeeze the shoulder blades. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Knees come down to the mat. I want you to turn your fingertips towards your knees. And we're just going to go into a little rock here. Good, good, good. Listen to your body. Don't overdo it. We just want to stretch out those forearms a little bit. They will be working here, supporting our back and our biceps. as we go through pulls and bicep curls. Good. Amazing. All right. Turn one hand forward. The other hand is going to come to the back of your head. We're going to go into a little bit of a spinal rotation here. So first and foremost, I could feel my bum was sticking out. So I'm going to tilt my pelvis. I'm going to hold my low belly in. Hands coming to the back of the head. I have a little bend in that arm that's on the floor. I'm going to bring my elbow to meet that forearm and then open it right up. Again, here, and open it right up. Good. We just want to get some rotation in the spine, in the core. One more. Amazing. Switch sides, hands to the back of the head, little bend in that elbow and the stabilizing hand. And we're just going to bring the elbow in, rotate back out. Bring that elbow in, rotate out. Good. Listen to your body here. Take your time. We're not flying through these. Last one. Good. Back here into neutral position. So again, I'm going to tilt my pelvis a little bit. I am going to hold my core steady. And I'm just going to go into some cat-cows. Extend and out. Good. Rounding out the back, pushing away from the floor. And then letting the belly drop. And then chin come up. Okay, I think we are ready. So just like in lifted foundations, we're going to be working with reps instead of time. I am not going to give you 3, 2, well, I'll probably give you 3, 2, 1s, just because I like them. But I'm going to be counting reps. So if you want to follow me, you can. But everything is also going to be on your tracker. So you are all set. All right, let's get started. I'm going to start with my heaviest weight. And all I'm going to do is go into a single arm row. So I'm going to grab one of my heavy weights. And I'm just going to go into a little bit of a staggered stance here. So one foot is forward. I'm going to use my forearm on this side to hold me steady, okay? This leg is going to come back a little bit because that's what's comfortable. Some people like this one here where they can kind of row with that regular stance. I like my leg a little bit back. It just feels better on my body, but you choose what feels good for you, okay? Try them both out, see what works. All right, so my forearm is going to go onto my thigh, okay? My other leg is back. My back is nice and straight. I don't want any hunching or anything like this. You can already tell that doesn't look good. So all we're going to do is we're going to row this arm up, squeezing our shoulder blade, and then coming back down, okay? Are we ready? I'm going to go for 8 to 10 reps. Because I'm using a little bit of a lighter weight, I'm going to go to 10 reps, okay? Again, it's slow, it's controlled. We're feeling good. It's move number 1. Here we go. Into position, okay? You can get into whatever position feels good for you. I might do this one just to start, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We come up, and then we're going to lower. Lift and lower. So because we are working one side at a time for this single arm row, you can probably do more than you would be able to with double the weights and both arms moving. Good. Slow and steady. Amazing. Good work, good work. We're almost there. Counting your reps. Again, 8 to 12 is that money spot. 8 if you're using very heavy weights and that is your max. 10 is a beautiful round number. And if you're getting to 12 and it's not a problem, then it's time to move up in weights. Good. When you've reached that 10 to 12, maybe 8 to 12, put that down, have a tiny rest. All we're doing is moving to the other side. Okay? Again, if you are hitting 12 reps without an issue, you need to move up in weights. If this was me and my workout, definitely heavier than 15, but I've been doing this for a long time. Okay, other side, here we go. Grabbing that weight. I'm going to keep this stance here just because I feel like it's probably a little bit easier to begin with in order to keep back nice and straight. Here we go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So this move, keep going, is coming from my back rather than trying to get like a lot of power through that tricep, okay? So it's slow and controlled. Good. Back is nice and straight. We're in that hinged position, but we're supported by the other hand, okay? If you want to move one foot back for a little bit of space, I like that more for myself. But again, that's me. And I'm kind of a compact person. I'm only 5 feet tall, so there's not a lot to work with. Good. All right. Again, we're going to hit that point. 8 to 12 reps. I'm going for 10 here. Take your time. Beautiful job. Good. Okay. Move number 1 and 2 already done. We're going into biceps. We're going to go into a Zottman curl. So we're going to hold our lighter weights in our hands, palms face forward. We're going to curl up and then turn the palms forward, right? And then we're going to gently lower. We're getting some forearm work. We're getting a lot of bicep work. I'm going to pick up my lighter set of weights for this one. Here we go. So palms face forward. I have a nice steady stance, so my knees aren't buckled here. I have a little bend in both knees. My elbows are close to my side body, but not jumping into it. Okay? We are going to lift these weights, slow and controlled. Turn the palms, and then gently lower. Oh, amazing. I love this move. Whew. Good, good, good. Keep going, keep going. Slow and steady. You might find that you were able to lift more with the Zottman, or sorry, more in the bicep curls than you are in Zottman curls. And that is completely normal because we are lowering here with our palms down in the Zottman curls. It makes total sense. Good. Absolutely amazing. Take your time, core is on. And if you're having a hard time figuring out how to turn your core on here, try to tear the mat apart between your feet. That will automatically turn your core muscles on. I'm gonna go for one more after this one here. Slow and steady, really feel those biceps working, forearms controlling. Oh, even with lighter weights, that one is spicy. Okay, I'm gonna come down to the floor. If you have access to a bench, I recommend you use that on a flat setting, just because it'll give you more range of motion to work with. If you don't have a bench, you absolutely don't need one, okay? So again, we're gonna take our heavy weight. We're gonna come down to the floor or on your bench. And you're going to go into an overhead lat pull. So we're just going to lie down. Feet can just stay nice and comfortable. I'm going to take the weight. I actually have to take it from the grip, just because I have small hands and my weights are a weird shape. So I'm going to take it from the grip. I'm going to go overhead as much as I can, and then I'm going to bring it back. We did this move in lifted foundations. Generally, kind of difficult to work the lats properly without like pull-ups and some other gym equipment. So this is a really good one to do at home. Okay, here we go. So nice heavy weight. You can also, if you have like a smaller dumbbell on those sides, you can grab it from either one. Let me try this way just because it's generally a lot lighter than I would be doing with this exercise. So maybe I can grip it. So we're just gonna hold it overhead. I'm gonna engage my core so I'm nice and solid through my body. And then I'm just going to bring this weight overhead. My elbows are slightly bent. Good. And the key here is really to try to get this weight away from our head. So reaching behind us as much as possible and then bringing it overhead. Keep going, keep going. I'm just going to move my mic a little bit because I'm just a smidge concerned that this move is not made for that mic in that spot. There we go. Nice. Overhead, reach far away from you, and then coming back. Good. Core is engaged. As we reach overhead, we need to make sure that our back is not lifting up off the mat. We're keeping that neutral back. Good, good, good. Amazing. Keep going, keep going. Lower. Pull it up. Let's do one more. You get to your 8 to 12. You know the drill. Good. Okay. That felt really good. We're going to stand it back up for our last two movements. I'm going to keep my heavier weights. And we're going to go into another back exercise. So we are, again, going to go into a hinged position. But this time, my palms are going to face out. Okay, my weights are going to be in my hands, my palms face out, and I'm going to come into a reverse grip wide row. So this really targets our back muscles quite a bit. Okay, so grabbing your heavier weights, we're going to hinge by pushing our bum behind us, and then elbows come nice and wide as we squeeze our shoulder blades together. Let's get these reps in. Let's go. Grabbing those weights. Feet are about hip width apart. I'm going to hinge by pushing my bum back behind me, and then I'm lifting those weights up, and elbows come nice and wide. Little squeeze, hold at the top, and then we are going to slowly lower and control it. You are going to feel your biceps on this one as well. Good. Little squeeze, hold, gently lower. Nice work. Amazing, amazing. Don't let your back take that work. Stick your bum back out, just like in a little deadlift. Knees are slightly bent. Get to your rep count. And when you're done, weights go down. Woo! Okay, one more move. This one is going to be a bicep curl on one side while we isometrically hold the other. There we go. So one arm is just holding it 90 degrees. The other arm is going to give me a regular palm up bicep curl. I'm going to go for 10, okay? And then we are just going to switch, hold, and curl on the other side. Ready for it? Let's go. I'm grabbing my lighter weights for this one. I'm going to start to hold on one side, doesn't matter which one. And then I'm going into slow and steady bicep curls on this side. I tend to go a little bit of a wide curl here. Okay, I'm not completely wide here. I just like to have a little bit of an angle because of the shape of my dumbbells. You choose what you want to do. Okay, there's no right and wrong here. We're just working back and bicep. Good. Whew. Knees are slightly bent, core is turned down, glutes are squeezing, shoulders are relaxed. We're going to get to our 8 to 12 reps here. Excellent. And then we just hold and switch. Feel the burn in that curling bicep. Holy moly, this is round one. Oh my gosh, cannot wait till we get to the third round. Good. Making sure we're not sticking our elbow into our ribs here. Good work. We're almost there. Then we take a nice little break before we get into our second round. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. That is one round of back and biceps. I can tell you right away, I'm feeling it all. Okay, water, towel, whatever you need. We like to take a nice little break in between our rounds because we need our muscles to recover so that they're ready to do that all over again. All right, here we go. Single arm row. Back to those heavy weights. One side, then the other. Are we ready? Let's go. Here we go. Take your favorite position for single arm row. I like a little bit more space on one side, so I like a little bit of a step back, but I'm still pushing my bum back. My back is still nice and flat, okay? Here we go. That row is the most important part. Little squeeze at the top and a gentle lower. We don't want to be rushing any of these movements. Good. Your knee can be bent, your knee can be straight. I like a bent knee. It helps me keep my back nice and straight. This is not about the lower body at all. Nice job. Good. Just a few more. Hit your rep count. Really work towards increasing those weights every single week or every 2 weeks. Wherever you can increase either reps or weights, that's the goal here with progressive strength. Whew. Awesome. Okay. Even though I'm using much lighter weights than what I would in my own workouts, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Okay, here we go. Other side, single arm row. Let's do it. Almost fell over. That would be fun. Here we go. Good. Whew. Amazing. I like that little squeeze at the top. It really helps to engage the back muscles. Just a few more. Focus on those reps. Awesome job. Okay, finish up those reps. If you find that you need more time to finish than what I'm offering here in this video, you can pause it. That's not an issue. I also highly recommend that you watch the video the first few times, and then after that, honestly, just pace your way through your own workouts using the tracker. I find it the easiest way to work out with these, but again, it's totally up to you. That's what makes these workouts so much fun, is that they're really customizable, so you use them as you wish. Okay, Zottman curls. We're going to pick up our lighter weights. Here we go. So palms face out, nice curl up, twist, and slowly lower. You are going to feel a lot of things in a Zottman curl. The shoulders are also stabilizing this movement here, so you're probably going to feel them a little bit. Good. Those forearms are also working. Of course, our biceps. Good. Our core has to be solid in every single move. If we are not solid in our core, what happens is the muscles can't focus on the movement we want them to be focusing on. So if we are solid in our core, then the muscles that we want, our back and our biceps in this case, can really focus in on every single rep. Good. For some reason, my camera wants to zoom in and out for these Zottman curls. So bear with me. I'm sorry if you're getting dizzy. Ugh. Good. Finish up those reps. Weights can come down. Have that little rest in between. If you like to listen to music when you're doing your workouts, don't be afraid to have a little dance if you need to. It's got to be good music. I've recently gotten into listening to a podcast as I do these workouts, and I gotta say it's a game changer. I really enjoy it. So feel free to listen to whatever makes you happy. Okay, here we go. down to the floor. We're gonna go into lat pulls. So heavy weight in hand, whichever way you want to hold it. I'll hold it by the grip this time just to show you how I do that. Here we go. We're going to lean back, make sure we have enough space behind us and not to put any holes and walls. All right, here we go. So a little bend in my elbows, core's turned on, my spine is neutral. I'm gonna take this weight and try to get it as far away from me as possible and then bring it back up. So we're not just trying to go overhead. We need to keep our arms as long as possible. We need to engage our shoulder blades, our lats. Good. And really not just focus on getting this weight to the floor, but it's that length away from your body, which will start to turn those lats on. I felt the difference between those two reps right there. As soon as I said length, my body all of a sudden was like, oh, wait, I know exactly what to do. I really want to make sure also that my ribs are pulling down. So as I go overhead, I'm going to exaggerate a rib flare here. So as I go overhead, if I was to flare my ribs, see how my back comes up off the mat? And then I lose all of the muscle work in my back, which is the whole plate. So closing the ribs down towards the hip bones and getting that length of the dumbbell overhead. Finish your 8 to 12. Whew. And we come back up. A little bit of momentum to get myself up and out of that move. Good. We're going into wide grip. Sorry, not wide grip. Reverse grip, wide rows. There we go. One day I'll get those words in the right order. Okay, so we're gonna hinge behind us, hinging by pushing our bum back. We're gonna have our palms facing out and elbows nice and wide. Let's do this. Second round, almost done. Let's go. Hinge, wide, and then lower. A lot of times what happens, especially when we're lifting heavy, is that we will start to take our chin in. And what happens there is that our back starts to round, and then we also start to cut off some of that breathing room that we have. So we want to make sure we're looking just ahead of us so that our neck is aligned with our spine, maybe about a foot ahead. And then you can see how straight and flat my back is there. I'm also better able to breathe. Good. Just a few more. Elbows nice and wide. Holy moly. Biceps are on fire already. Back is feeling it. Good. Finish your reps. Weights down. And we go into our final move in the second set. Ooh. Okay. We're ready. It's a bicep hold and curl. We already know this. We know what to do. Let's get it done. We're gonna hold at 90 degrees one side, elbow off our side body, and we're gonna do slow and controlled curls. Good on that other side. There is something to be said about a hold, an isometric hold. It can be so much harder than just rolling through reps because it's a little bit of a mind game. Good. Finish your reps on that one side and then switch. Oh, that's like a whole new world. Okay. I also want you to make sure that you're getting full extension here. We still have a tiny bend in our elbow, but in our curling arm, but I don't want you to stop too soon, like down here. We want that full curl right from the bottom. Work the way up. That's it. Finish out your reps. Take the time you need. Oh, good. Second set done. We're going into our third towel, water, dance, whatever you need here. All right, third and final set. It's going to be followed by a very quick finisher. If you haven't noticed, these finishers in the lifted program, very, very quick, because they're not meant to take us to exhaustion. They're just meant to help burn out whatever we are working that day, okay? Here we go, final set, single arm row. Let's jump right in. You know the drill, 8 to 12 reps. Take the time you need to complete them. Let's do it. Good. Squeeze and then gently lower. That weight is coming up so that we're kind of rowing towards our ribs and our hip bone. It's like we want to place this weight in our pocket. Good. So we have a little bit of an angle on that weight. Good. Really work for every single rep. This third round should really make you struggle for those reps. Finish on that side. Come up for air. And then we'll go to our second side. Whew. Okay. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. I love filming this second level of the lifted program because I learned a lot of stuff filming the program. It's my first time filming an entire program. And so I learned quite a bit filming it. And then I also learned quite a bit by actually following the program itself. First of all, how much stronger I got was unbelievable. The weights I went up, and I filled out my tracker every single week. And it was just so much fun. Finish out your reps here. It was so much fun to see how much my weights increased from week 1 to week 6. In some cases, it was like 10 to 15 pounds, which is unreal. And then I also learned how much I can push myself. So we are going into Zotman curls. How much I can push myself in my own workouts. So often I'm teaching other people, and so I pull back early just so, I can make sure that everyone else is getting the full attention that they need. Or in my own workouts, I was so strapped for time. And a lot of that had to do with finding out what workout I was going to do, you know, just kind of jumping into whatever workout appealed to me that day. And having a program to follow has been a game changer because it took the guesswork out of it completely. I loved having a schedule. Whew. Good. So Lifted Stronger is actually going to follow the same, I'm struggling here, the same format. Good. One more for me. You do what you need to do on your end, okay? Oh my gosh, those were tough. Okay, so the Stronger program follows the same format. It's upper body pull, legs and glutes, upper body push, and then a full body, but you'll see some slight changes in there in order to make us level up for these next 6 weeks, okay? Let's get down for those lat pulls. Here we go. When you're ready, I'm gonna go back this way. This actually feels good with a lighter dumbbell in this case. I think in the Lifted Foundations program, I believe I got up to, I want to say 40 or 45 pounds for a lat pullover, which is a new record for me personally. It's felt so good to see that even after years of working out, there was a way for me to get stronger over a short amount of time. It's pretty incredible. Good. So I know sometimes following the same program in your mind, you're like, oh my God, that sounds so boring. It's not. Honestly, every week still felt fresh and new. And what kept it so exciting was the fact that I would increase my reps or my weights. Good. Finish the reps you need here. So yeah, I hope you've had the same kind of journey as I have. It's been a lot of fun. This is only the second level. There's another one to be filmed. So we're just gonna keep working on getting stronger. All right, here we go. Reverse grip, wide rows. I did it. Here we go. When you're ready, we go right into it, okay? Take the rest you need. If you needed more, you press pause. You use this video the way you need it. It is not one of those videos that you have to follow perfectly. You can pause. You can take more rest time. You know, a lot of times I would try to get my workout finished on a Saturday morning, and I didn't have time to finish the whole thing. So sometimes I would be like, okay, I'm going to do the 5 moves from lifted foundations, and I'm just going to skip my finisher. And man, sometimes I needed to do that, and that's totally fine. Finish your reps here. Whew, that was spicy. Good. So, you know, we don't have to follow everything to a T in order to see results, right? Okay, one more move before we hit our finisher. Bicep hold and curl. Let's get this done. Right into it. For me. Again, take the time you need. Good. I'm a big fan of taking a lot of breaks, especially when we're lifting heavy and asking our muscles to do quite a bit of work and lifting heavier loads. Good. When you're ready, you switch and finish up those reps. Oh my goodness. Good. Quick finisher on the horizon here. Good. Remembering to breathe all the way through every single one of these reps. Finish when you can. Finish your reps. Ooh, let those arms have a little bit of a swing. Okay, here is your finisher. It's 2 minutes long, 1 minute of reverse grip wide rows. We just did them, okay? 1 minute of that. And then 1 minute of bicep 21s. Bicep 21s, we start at the bottom. We're gonna do a half curl. So we go bottom, half, bottom, half. When we get to 7 reps, we do top half, 7 reps. And then we're gonna do full bicep curls for 7 reps. And we continue that until the 1 minute is up. Okay, no break time in this 2 minutes. Let's get right to it. I'm gonna set my watch here for you. If you wanna follow the finisher like this or use your own timing, go ahead. But our 1 minute of reverse grip wide rows, I'm gonna go with my heavies. I don't want to, but I'm gonna do it, okay? Here we go, burn it out. 3, 2, 1, go for it, go for it. You might wanna do these with lighter weights. If you are really pushing in your workout, maybe go down 5 to 10 pounds for this 1 minute burnout. In this case, I'm only using 15s, so I'm gonna stick with them. Good. Remember to breathe. We are still hinged. We are squeezing our shoulder blades together and looking about a foot ahead of us, so we're not tucking our chin in. Good. Nice work. This is tough stuff. Come on. Stay with it here. Stay with it. Break as needed. Come back into it. Amazing. Come on, 1 minute. Come on. This is when I'm like, please let that watch ring. We're getting into max out period here. 3, 2, 1. Grab your lighter weights right away. Bicep 21s. Half curl, down, half curl, down. 7 reps here. My biceps already want to run away from my body. Good. Amazing. Probably could have gone lighter here, to be perfectly honest. Half curl down. When you get to your 7, we do top half. Whew. Top half down. Oh my gosh. I was like, maybe I can do this workout with my hair down. No. That is a firm no. When you reach those 7 half, top half, we go full. This is going to be amazing training for your biceps and a great way to track over 6 weeks how many rounds of these 21s you can do. I think for me right now, it might be 1, and that's okay. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Gosh. Okay, that was humbling. I thought I was so much stronger. But after 3 sets of back and biceps, yeah, that's how you burn it out. All right, let's just do a really quick cool down. I have my fingers pointed or my palm pointed away from my body. I'm just gonna pull my fingers down ever so slightly. This is gonna give me a really nice forearm and bicep stretch. Good, when you feel ready, just switch sides. Letting our heart rate come back down. That was incredible. I can't wait to do this one with heavier weights and to follow through on these 6 weeks. Amazing. Let's take the hands, interlace the fingers. We're going to cave in the chest, round out the back. A nice big stretch here. Good, good, good. And then we're just going to take our hands wide, and now we're going to squeeze our back. So we're just doing like a little baby back bend here. Ribs are down. Reach up, down one more time. Good. Keeping this goalpost, let's just go into some torso twists. Whew. You did an absolutely amazing job. Be so proud of the work you did today. And I will see you next time.